Morning, everyone. If you're watching this video, you're probably on step 5 and you're reading about the class jobs. So, the art room is very dynamic. That means there are lots of things changing all the time. Some people might be painting while other people might be drawing. And in order to be able to do that, cleanup has to be very well run. So, that's why we have these class jobs. So you should have a piece of paper that lists them so you can also read about them. But I just wanted to go over it a little bit. The first job is basically the boss. It's the jefe for the class, and it's called the overlord. So this person gets a little megaphone. Time to clean up. They are in charge of every other person in these class jobs. Very important. If they catch a student not cleaning up, they are able to give that student a detention, which means they stay for 30 seconds after the bell rings and the overlord stays with them. And all the officials check in with the overlord. So the pass czar is the next one. I'm all around doing things. I will give this person a pass like booklet. And if someone needs a pass, they will fill it out and they will bring it to me to sign. A very special signature, and I can tell if it's not my signature. So this person will be able to sign passes at their discretion. You can't go up and ask them for passes all the time, and it does need to be a valid reason. If you're going to the bathroom or if there's something specific, you can ask them for a pass. Door security guard. Okay, that's very important. That person is going to be watching the door, and they will have a clipboard where people sign in with the time if they come in, and they sign out with the time if they go out. So this is very important to know. If I'm back here, maybe I'm back here or in another spot, and I don't see someone come in or someone leave, that is the door security guard's job. Attendance master. This person is going to, when you come in the door, I forgot to mention this on the other video, but when you come in the door, you're actually going to first mark your own attendance. Then the attendance master is going to check that attendance and give it to me. And I'll do a final check with that. So this person needs to be very trustworthy and organized. Sink dictator is not really happening yet because we're not painting. But when people are painting and they start cleaning their brushes, this person watches the sinks and they make sure that people are cleaning up correctly. Tools captain. This is very important. So we're going to start, once we get through boot camp, we're going to start bringing out the fancy art supplies. And the tools captain has to make sure that all the tools are there at the beginning of class and that they're all there at the end of class. So if there's Sharpies, and I have it in a very organized method, so it'll be very easy for you to figure out which tools are if there are any missing. And any issues, if anybody has any issues, they report it to the overlord. So the overlord's very important. Hospitality host. This person can play music, answer phones, and get supplies from the back room if needed. If needed, I'll give you the key that you need, and this person can get the supplies. We'll talk about music in a little bit after we go through boot camp. We won't start music until after boot camp. And everybody else, if you don't have one of these jobs, is an underling. That means you are putting away your projects, you are cleaning up, you're wiping the table, and then you're sitting down once everything is clean. You're having a seat. And once you get your sketchbooks in a couple of days, or maybe today, we'll see, you will start to have exit tasks. So you'll do those in your sketchbook, and that's it. So if all of this is done, remember I told you there were 2 factors of how you can choose your own seat. Now sometimes I'll have you sit with me in the feedback loop because I need to tell you something. But otherwise, you'll be able to choose your own seat if you are meeting your goals, number 1. Number 2, if the room is clean by the bell. If there's a Sharpie on the floor, or if there's trash on the floor, or the tools weren't put away, we're not choosing our seat the next day. And whatever was left out, like let's say the paint was not put away properly, or the Sharpies were not put away properly, those are shut down the next day. Shut completely. And I will be very consistent on this. So I don't want to do this because I actually think you do better in the art room when you get to choose your seat. But you have to make sure you clean up, and you have to make sure that you're meeting your goals. So this part is very important. These jobs are going to be very essential to making sure that cleanup happens correctly before the bell. I will always give you 10 minutes, enough time to clean up depending on what we're doing. And let's see. Okay, so how do we decide these jobs? So what you're going to do is if you want to be one of these jobs, and we have to have a person for every classroom for these jobs. And when the Bulldog bucks come out, we can talk about maybe having a salary. You are going to write your name. I'm going to make a spot right here on the board. You can write your name under the job that you want. You can run for more than one job, but you can only be elected to one job, okay? And we will have the election for a secret ballot. I'll pass out the ballots, and you can decide. We'll probably do that tomorrow, the actual election. Anybody who wants to be this job will sign up today. Let's see, anything else? Okay, I think that's it. So if you are interested in doing a class job, read over them, write what you're interested in on your learning guide, and also come sign up so we can have the election, depending on your class. We'll have the election when it's time.